What's your pleasure, sir?
What's your pleasure, Mr. Audio? The box. The goddamn speaker box. What's your pleasure? Speaker box. The goddamn speaker box. What's your pleasure? Speaker box. The goddamn speaker box.
What's your pleasure, sir?
What's your pleasure, Mr. Audio? The box. The goddamn speaker box. What's your pleasure? Speaker box. The goddamn speaker box.
to add pollution to the atmosphere,
Yeah.
to counteract the pollution that we're emitting from the oil industry, is just nonsense. It's like an addict overdosing to deal with their addiction.
So experiments to dim the sun could be approved in weeks, which is all part of the government's attempts to slow down global warming.
They say the government has set aside £50 million of your taxpayers' money for geoengineering experiments. They want to reflect sunlight away from the Earth's surface. But should we be playing God?
Well, let's talk to the Science and Technology Director at the Academy of Ideas, Rob Lyons, and the Director of the Climate Media Coalition, you know him very well on this programme, Donnahay McCarthy. Can we talk to you first, Rob? Can you just explain what this technology is and how it works and why the British government seems so keen on it?
Well, there's a variety of different ways in which you could try to affect the planet's temperature by geoengineering. One is to try and make clouds brighter and more reflective, so they reflect more light into space, or try to spray water to create clouds. You could do things like, I mean, the really big stuff would be to try and put something out in space that would block some of the sun's rays. So there's a variety of different things that you could do. In terms of actually making a massive difference to the planet's temperature, I don't think any of these things are going to be on the scale that would be required. But in principle, that there are things that you could do. I mean, personally, I think in terms of climate change, it's not going to make much of a difference. But by doing the experiments, you might learn some interesting things that are completely unrelated to the Earth's overall temperature. For example, if you could reduce the sunlight in a particular area where there's a heat wave, you might sort of moderate the effects of a heat wave. But in terms of the broader picture, I don't think we're quite at the scale of playing God just yet.
Using the internet without a VPN, a virtual private network, is a bit like taking to the road without car insurance. All it takes is one unlucky moment to cost you a lot of cash. This video's sponsor is Private Internet Access. They are the VPN to help keep you safe. Click the link in the description below to find out why over 30 million people have downloaded PIA to protect themselves online. A virtual private network is an app that hides your IP address and helps keep your data private. When you're browsing the internet at home, you give up a large amount of data to businesses, to shops, and indeed to social media giants too. Hackers have the ability to steal your personal data with ease, including sensitive information such as passwords, keystrokes, and even your personal photos. Private Internet Access helps protect your personal data by encrypting your internet connection to keep your data out of the hands of cyber criminals. And it's not just hackers either to be concerned about. Information can be censored too. When Canada passed their C18 bill, social media giants decided to ban news content on their platforms. But PIA can protect your ability to consume the news and content you love. Private Internet Access is available for Windows users, Mac OS, Android, Linux, iOS, and you can use one PIA subscription to protect an unlimited amount of devices. And we've got a huge GB News discount for you too. Click the link in this video's description and you'll get a massive 83% off PIA. That's under £2 a month, the price of a coffee, and you'll get an extra 4 months completely free on top. Also, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee too. Visit piavpn.com/GB News to start protecting yourself digitally today.
Donna Hay, let's come to you. I was surprised when I saw that you were part of this debate and you are against this, because I thought you were one of these eco-loonies who'll do anything, Donna Hay, to stop the planet getting too warm, but you're not on board with this, are you?
Well, the idea that we're actually proposing to spend up to 2.7 trillion, which it would cost to scale this up, to add pollution to the atmosphere, to counteract the pollution that we're emitting from the oil industry, is just nonsense. It's like an addict overdosing to deal with their addiction. I consider this is yet again corporate socialism for the oil industry. They make the profits and we pay the cost. The cost, for example, of the 22 billion, I think Andrew agrees on this, the insane Tory Labour project to give the oil companies 22 billion to remove their pollution at the gas plants with carbon capture is insane. The International Oil Energy Agency says the cheapest energy is renewables plus storage. The renewable industry does not require any more subsidies, but the oil industry is doubling up huge amounts. Over the last 3 years, it took £70 billion of UK taxpayers' money to subsidise them after the Ukraine spike. We're now spending 22 billion on the carbon capture, and now this money on geoengineering. What we need to do is to move to a green transition economy that's cleaner and cheaper for consumers.
Rob, go on, Rob. Respond to that if you would.
Well, I mean, just that's all of that is just. I mean, I agree with him, with Donna Hay about carbon capture and storage. There isn't any proven technology for it, and doing it at scale doesn't seem to make any economic sense. So, I mean, of course, experiment again. Do experiments, and if you can suddenly brilliant idea comes along, then that's great. But I think we should be devoting our energies more into things like nuclear anyway, but we also should stop putting barriers in the way of fossil fuels, which are the cheapest energy source. Renewables are not the cheapest. Once you take into account the actual price that we pay in our bills, they are considerably more expensive, and
All
But
right,
for all the
that's
talk
true.
about they don't need subsidies, actually they need massive subsidies.
Can we go back to this technology?
yeah.
Can we go back to this technology, Rob? Is there not an ethical issue here about the state trying to interfere and change the climate?
Well, we do things like in terms of changing nature all the time. I mean, the fact that we're all sitting here in buildings, we are adapting our micro environment so that we can live, and flourish as human beings. And so, the idea that we could, in some way, exercise a limited amount of control over our climate is not, in principle, a bad thing. I'm extremely skeptical about how this could work at a global scale. For example, just to take Mount Pinatubo, which erupted in 1991, emitted 20 million tons of sulfur dioxide into the air, and that reduced the global temperature by a fraction of a degree for about 3 years. And there's nothing that's being proposed at the moment that's anywhere near the scale that would even do that, never mind counteract climate change altogether. It's just a non-starter in my opinion.
I think Donahue, I saw you mutter the word, it's terrifying, and I'm with you on this. These utopian ideas, these power-hungry, obviously Bill Gates is massively behind this in America, these so-called philanthropists that want to save the world, they have to remember that nature generally gets it right.
Well, the problem with I see with this debate is that actually I believe that they're interfering with our climate, whether it's this mad scientist idea of pouring billions of tons of sulfate into the stratosphere or pouring billions of tons of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, both of which interrupt with nature's ability to maintain a stable temperature for us, is actually terrifying. Both sides are terrifying. And what we need to do is we have ways of going forward. We have the technology. It is economically positive for Britain. And I'm actually with Ed Miliband on this. This is good for our energy security. It's good for economics. But we need to stop playing God with the atmosphere. The experiment on sulfate, one of the side effects of pouring huge amounts of sulfate into the atmosphere is it could destroy the ozone layer.
Absolutely.
We've just started healing it. Now to start destroying it again to stop climate change for the oil billionaires' profits doesn't make sense to me.
No, quite right. Donahue McCarthy, who'd have thought you and I would agree so strongly on something one day? Right, thank you, gentlemen, so much. And also Rob Lyons there, the director of the Climate Media Coalition. Right, up next.
No, he wasn't. He's the other one.
Academy of
Ideas. Yeah,
sorry,
exactly.
Turn off the TV, it's way too misleading. Telling them lies until you believe it. Repeat it, repeat it, repeat it, repeat it. It don't take a genius to pick up the pieces.
The language. And that's what I hate too. People are so worried about language. You know, again, look it up. Intelligent people tend to cuss more. That's also a fact. Intelligent people tend to cuss more. And you know why we're so frustrated and venting and cussing? Because we have to live in a world full of fucking retards. You have no idea how frustrating it is to live in a world of lemmings. You have no idea.
All right, mic check. Not really much to say, really. Just thought I'd share that bit of gaslighting from these narcissistic, sociopathological, psychopathological, megalomaniac, satanic demons that unfortunately are just terrorizing with their tyrannical madness, you know? I mean, It's just unbelievable, man. Yeah, yeah, man, yeah. They've been spraying for ages. At least 20 years they've been spraying. Anywho, did you hear the money that he said as well? What did he say? 2.7 billion. How much did he say? He didn't say trillion, did he? Did he say billion? So again, think about all the stockpiling with the boat situation, right? And the hotels, how much they millions they spend every day. That ain't nothing new. The chemtrailing ain't nothing new. And in the midst of all the other shit that they do, while they give you cost of living and all the rest of the shit that, you know, we speak about over here. I mean, these people, the gaslighting is just beyond absurd, man. It's fucking, listen, man. I'm trying to refrain from talking because I'll short circuit today. You know what I'm saying? Because I hardly fucking go out. And when I do go out, all I see is chemtrails. And I don't like my son or getting my sun rays through fucking chemtrails and being a fucking guinea pig. And you really get me from how many other angles? Poison food, all the other shit. So as I always say, they want to change the terrain of you inside. They want to change the terrain of your mind so you're dumb and docile, while they also change what the world's been doing to sustain itself naturally. They want to be Jimmy Farsass and guinea pig and spray and doing all of this fuckery. So again, coexisting with Zombieland variants and the Jezebel Order. Come on, man, this is fucking long. And if you didn't know, all the tracks today, as of usual, are coming from yours truly. I need to jump on Fruit Loops today. I was going to do something last night, but I couldn't be asked. But I'm going to jump in there today, boy. And for the rest of the week, get my head down. So I've got some other grooves that need to be niced up, or somewhat niced up anyway with the ideas. But this is absolutely insanity. Is it not insanity? Can we get a 1 in the chat? Is it insanity? Or a 2 if you think it's not? Dare I say to join the stream, because you know nobody will join to have a chat. Let's hear other people's thoughts. But as I say, it's not really much to say, because that's what they like us to do. Chat, 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 or march, 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 but don't actually do real action. That's how they like us, right? Sedated, dumb and docile and subservient. Fucking piece of shit bastards. Oh dear. All right, man. I'm gonna run a couple more from myself. Not that I need to, you know, but we'll play a quick couple of more from myself. Not all of the tracks, but all right. Up next, here's one called Next. And then we'll play Room Reader.
The worst thing to call somebody is crazy. people are not crazy. They're strong people. Maybe the environment is a little sick. That's bullshit. These people are not crazy. They're strong people. The worst thing to call somebody is crazy is dismissive. I don't understand this person, so they're crazy. That's bullshit. These people are not crazy. They're strong people. Maybe the environment is a little sick.
Crazy, but we coping with it. No sleep till I retaliate. All beef, no salad breaks. Around niggas you shouldn't aggravate. The finale, cross mountains into the valleyway. Niggas in my alleyway, valley pray. And they saddest days come from gray-haired magistrates. Born guards out working on a Sabbath day. My mentality is that of a castaway on the path away. Fuck the shit that the pastor say. When money was low, we still had power to make niggas with money use it like it's ours. Devour rappers, tears and flower baskets, sour twisted. Fake niggas is power tripping. It's either that or the hate. And I do anything to make it like back in the day. This is passion, some you can't stash in a safe. Fuck the system and the judge for dragging the case. Can't let go, up drinking espresso. Setbacks to building blocks, no Legos. My music is electric, no techno. The sky is limited, I don't have a threshold, nigga. It ain't safe no more for y'all. Stay the fuck at home.
That directive goes into force and effect this evening, and we are confident that the people of the state of California will abide by it.
Safe no more for y'all niggas. Stay the fuck at home. Getting out the ghetto was a dream that I was awakened from by the echo of a scream. Yeah, Dolomite prototypes meant for prison. Steel bars of polo stripes. My focus right, my soldiers is roving overnight. My oversight got them invoking my poltergeist. You niggas missed the point. No goals in life, earn golden mics. Turn boots to golden sights. Hot niggas never learn till they cold as ice. Can't control them, the pressure got them exploding pipes. My aura glowing bright, future written stone. Getting it on with niggas in the forbidden domes. Pitching stones while they baby moans pose for pictures. No forgiveness, whole purpose exposed the system. Soul for niggas, squeeze like bogus strippers. Old is wisdom, more potent than cold. Crazy, but we coping with it. Count your blessings, friend, deathly sin. 5G medicines, injected skin. And I can see the truth behind the devil's drink. Settled in places where merry-go-rounds never spin.
Change of heart, announcing that there is now going to be a statewide stay at home.
Crazy, but we coping with it. Crazy, but we coping with it.
It ain't safe no more for y'all niggas. Stay the fuck at home.
Crazy, but we coping with it. Crazy, but we coping with it.
Ain't safe no more for y'all niggas.
Drum and bass, because I just feel like it's so primal and it gets you right there. When it's when the parts are really interplaying with each other in the right way, it just goes straight to that good place inside of you.
Competition, yeah, the competition, I don't really listen. People. March to the beat of your own drum. Competition, yeah, the competition. It's still there, I'm seeing the runners. Yeah. March to the beat of your own drum. Competition, yeah, the competition, I don't really listen. Other fucking people. Competition, yeah, the competition, I don't really listen. He's still there, I'm seeing the runners and the chasers, yeah, as well. March to the beat of your own drum. Your own drum. People.
to add pollution.
Old school track, this one, man. About 15 plus years old when I made this one. And the next one that I'm going to play. This one's called Soul Soothers, and the next one's called Retro Future Funk. Shout out to Christoph inside. Shout out to Frequency 714 as well. You done know. Big up Trab every single time. Much love. Also, mic check. Is it working? What's happening? What happened to him? Yeah, fits perfectly for me because I am a Gemini, you know, air sign. Give me one moment here. With the retro future funk. Hold up. Gotta play retro future funk, man. Didn't mean to be on for so long, but hey, I saw it go. All right, let's hit that retro future funk. Another one made around the same time as the last one. Again, the last one was Soul Soothers. This one's called Retro Future Funk. 15 plus years old. Sounded yeah, to be fair. We'll be out of here. Make sure you have a great day, whatever you are up to. So we'll quickly go down memory lane. The musical memory lane, that is. Last one from the old ones, and we'll come back with maybe one or two of my new grooves. So hold tight. And then I'm out of here.
dreams with you.
Not these. These are my dreams.
We may never meet again. Before you go, make this moment sweet again.
Our dreams, they feel real while we're in them, right? It's only when we wake up that we realize something is actually strange. Let me ask you a question. You never really remember the beginning of the dream, do you? You always wind up right in the middle of what's going on.
I guess, yeah.
So how did we end up here?
Well, we just came from the,
Think about it.
Why do you do this to yourself?
It's the only way I can still dream.
Why is it so important to dream?
My dreams were still together. So how did we end up here?
Well, we just came from the,
Think about it.
Why do you do this to yourself?
It's the only way I can still dream.
Why is it so important to dream?
My dreams were still together.
this love. Coming out the morning, your man coming out the evening. Them coming out the morning, filler.
frequency code, got the rhythm in my throat, and I'm lyrically dope, cause I'm channeling the ghost of my future. My higher self knows that the path that I go has already been chosen. Chakras all lit, so my power's like Odin. Heart so pure, and my soul is so golden. Hold 'em, have you heard the sound of the new wave? Blitz gang era is the sound of the new age. How you gonna grow if you don't have a clue, babe? How you gonna flow if you don't wanna move, eh? How you gonna glow if you're stuck in a new phase? How you gonna know who you are before it's too late? How you gonna grow if you don't have a clue, babe? How you gonna flow if you don't wanna move, eh? How you gonna glow if you're stuck in a new phase? How you gonna know who you are before it's too late? Oh, living in the prison with your mind like whoa. Living in the prison of this time like no. I can see the future, see the timeline. I could never worry about the finite goal. Take a toke of the DMT, and the shaman king knew I was on LSD, yeah. Ever since my epiphany, I've been seeing double and a triple OD. On a concept for this dream like a fiend, with the power of this knowledge and a path I haven't seen, yeah. It's me and the team in a dream, the one that we created, I forgot that we was in, yeah. My shoes take a lift off the ground, I've been meditating, trying to make a dream out of the sound. Do you hear the melodies in my voice when I seize? Got the channels on lock, tuning to the frequency. The keys, I've been cutting, paving ways for the accolade. Got the rhythm in my soul, living present in my happy days. I'm a free spirit, living free in this shit with no limits. Sit back, relax and look around you. Everything you ever manifested is profound you. Keep playing games with your mind, it will astound you. The magic in your thinking and the magic when you write. You were right all along, yeah, the light, you were strong. So fight what you want, so good night to the sun. Hello to the moon, when you feel so in tune. Your whole soul's in the groove, feeling like you on shrooms. R.I.P. to the doom. R.I.P. to the doom. Take a toke of the DMT, and the shaman king knew I was on LSD. Yeah. Ever since my epiphany, I've been seeing double and a triple OD on a concept of this dream like a fiend. The power of this knowledge and the path I've been seeing. Yeah. It's me and the team and a dream, the one that we created and forgot that we was in. Yeah. In the hood, I've been tapping into memory but misunderstood. I've been vibing, I've been minding, I've been riding crash conscious. Even kinda big, yeah, I'm slightly obnoxious. In a loop with a zoo every day, I'm a loose, selfish on my terms. Cause I've been giving, been kind, been silly, been blind. Now I'm tired of what you say, what you got from me. Life's a game of nothing, so obviously I roll the dice, play nice, fly high, starry-eyed, worldwide dreaming. Finding life meaning, believing in anything that keeps my soul feeling. My freedom's extreme and I need this knowledge, yeah, I borderline feeding. The universe connection and the weed help me feel it. In my body, in my soul, explore the unknown, the unknown, the unknown. Round we go. I never really find a place to we can call home. And every day researching, digging into our souls. I'm feeling like an alien, I don't wanna go home. It's like round we go. I never really find a place to we can call home. And every day researching, digging into our souls. I'm feeling like an alien, I don't wanna go home. I need a minute, I'm tripping, I'm missing, I'm flipping. I need a minute, I know I'm distant. My freedom's in it, my dreams are in it. My conscience, my seeds are in it. The journey, I see no limit. Spirit, science, actual physical shit. I need a hit, it's something lit. It's a shame, it's not legit. It's just way too hard to get. How they regulate this shit, it's illuminated shit. Round we go. And never really find a place to we can call home. And every day researching, digging into our souls. I'm feeling like an alien, I don't wanna go home. It's like round we go. I never really find a place to we can call home. And every day researching, digging into our souls. I'm feeling like an alien, I don't wanna go home. I need a minute, I'm tripping, I'm missing when I'm flipping. I need a minute, I know I'm distant. My freedom's in it, my dreams are in it. My conscience, my seeds are in it. The journey, I see no limit. Spirit, science, actual physical shit. I need a hit, it's something lit. It's a shame, it's not legit. It's just way too hard to get. How they regulate this shit, it's illuminated shit. Round we go. And never really find a place to we can call home. And every day we searching, digging into our souls. I'm feeling like an alien, I wanna go home. It's like round we go. I never really find a place to we can call home. And every day we searching, digging into our souls. I'm feeling like an alien, I wanna go home. I need a minute, I'm tripping, I'm missing, I'm flipping. I need a minute, I know I'm distant. My freedom's in it, my dreams are in it. My conscience, my seeds are in it. The journey, I see no limit. Spirit, science, actual physical shit. I need a hit, it's something lit. It's a shame, it's not legit. It's just way too hard to get. How they regulate this shit, it's illuminated shit. Round we go. And never really find a place to we can call home.
Mummy's been having a lot of big feelings recently.
Like how?
Just like, I feel a bit confused.
Why?
I don't know. And I feel like I don't really know what I'm doing.
My little love.